Now we're going to take a look at lower body controls. My goals with this again is to limit his hip movement in turning side to side and also moving up and down my body. The classic one is with the 2 hooks in. Usually smaller people will be curling their legs here. But really, if you want to improve your back attacks, you need to always use some variation of the body triangle. Okay? If you can't lock your legs outside in the traditional outside body triangle, then there's a few other variations that we're going to look at now. Okay? The best one overall is going to be the outside body triangle, where I can step on his outside hip to keep his hips down, bring my shin across his belly, and now lock a triangle here. Okay? This one, my leg is free on the outside, so later on, when I have the opportunity to trap his arm, I'll be free to do so. Okay? Another variation of this that's very important and probably harder to escape is actually the inside body triangle, where I pin his hip to the floor, my leg comes across his belly, and now instead of locking my leg on the outside, my leg is on the inside. This is going to help a lot if my opponent's trying to switch the sides. So let's say we're trying to switch sides, my inside leg can actually hook his leg here, keep him in place. Okay? This one is easier to lock, easier to get. There's no threat of a foot lock here, as some people would think. That's only if my ankles drift down together. Okay? The only issue with this inside body triangle is if my opponent hugs my leg with his legs. Now I've kind of taken away my opportunity to trap the arm. Okay, so if you feel like your hand fighting is very good, then I would like to do this control a lot. If I'm confident in my hand fighting, I'll try and do this control. If I feel like my hand fighting mightn't be successful, or my opponent is very good at defending the specific hand fights, then I'll have to try and use the outside body triangle, so I have an opportunity to trap his arm, as we'll get to later on. Okay, the last option, the last variation of body triangle that we use a lot as well is the open body triangle. This is really useful if someone is a few weight classes above you, or you just want to have a bit more movement and mobility. So this is where I'll pin his hip to the floor again with my top leg. My bottom leg comes across the belly, and now I just stay here, curling across his belly and pushing the hip into the floor. Okay, I'm always open to trap the arm again. Okay, and if I don't have the room to lock the body triangle, this still has good control. Okay, the reason we always want to use these body triangles is because if I use the hooks, it's very easy for him to straighten his bottom leg and start to clear that hook straight away. And now instead of me being in an offensive attack, I have to straight away go back to trying to control him while he's trying to escape. So always, as soon as you take the back, my first movement is going to be to pin his hip, bring my shin across the belly, which will take away that initial escape, and now I can get into my body triangle variations, outside, inside, or just the open body triangle.